By Bailey Chevrolet, by Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, Holiday Inn Express and Suites, by Missouri State University, West Plains, by Ozarks Healthcare, and by Great Rivers Distributing. And now, Grizzly basketball on the home of the Grizzlies, KDY. And we welcome you to the West Plains Civic Center. I'm Harlan Hutchison. Curtis Casimir, our engineer tonight. Jim Lambert providing the video stream from Joe Paul Evans Arena tonight. It's the fourth meeting of the year between the Grizzlies and the State Fair Roadrunners for the right to play in the semifinal round against Moberly on Friday in Jefferson City in the Region 16 tournament. The Roadrunners have actually been playing pretty good basketball recently. They, at this point in the season, have a mark of 9-20, but that's a little bit deceiving in that they have played very well recently. They beat Mineral Area this past week in the regular season finale. They beat Mineral Area 69-62 at home, and so they're playing pretty good right now. They are, for the season, 9-23 and 9 in region play. The Grizzlies are 11-18 and 4-9 in region play. Of course, this is the play-in game. You got to win this game to keep playing. Bottom two teams in the region at the end of the year have to play for the right to play in the semifinal round. And so that's the case here tonight. We've got a nice crowd gathering in to watch the ball game. For the Grizzlies, the challenge is trying to win with Aiden Gare, their leading scorer, with a really badly sprained ankle. And so he's going to give it a go tonight, and we'll see how it works out. But Aiden is definitely hamstrung a little bit with that bad ankle. That means other people probably are going to have to step up and fill the void. Whatever he can't get of his usual 16 points a game, someone else is going to have to make up the difference. All right, we're about ready for the starting lineups and the tip-off. It's coming up next, coming up in 2 minutes on KDY.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we have it all for you. Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, where we love what we do.
Hi, this is Mark. Great news. Mahindra has 0% interest for 72 months on the 2638 Hydrostat, 4540, and 4550 four-wheel drive tractors. With spring just around the corner, make sure you have a Mahindra. They are built tough with a heavy-duty frame, more built-in weight, and a higher lift capacity. Now is the time to save big. Stop in today. Hirsch knows tractors.
At Holiday Inn Express and Suites in West Plains, your comfort and satisfaction is their top priority every day. That's why they're the top-rated Holiday Inn Express and Suite location for customer satisfaction, not just in America, but the world for 4 consecutive years. They feature a pool and an exercise facility, spacious, comfortable lobby and rooms offering comfort and relaxation. Make your reservation by calling 417-257-3000. Stay with the best. Holiday Inn Express and Suites, 1301 Preacher Row Boulevard, West Plains.
The team at Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is focused on your athlete's health. That's why there's a doctor on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to care for the unexpected injuries. Ozarks Healthcare has 4 orthopedic doctors and 2 podiatrists on staff to care for your athletes. The Ozarks Healthcare team sends best wishes to all athletes for safe play and great sportsmanship. For more information about OZH Podiatry as well as the OZH Orthopedics and Spine, please visit www.ozarkshealthcare.com.
Did you know Bailey Chevrolet GMC in Willow Springs recycles used oil to burn in their furnace? They need more oil, so for the month of February, the first 100 customers can save $10 off on an oil change. Call 469-3111 or online at BaileyChevy.com and get your oil change scheduled right away.
This is John Bailey at Bailey Chevrolet GMC in beautiful downtown Willow Springs. Your used oil doesn't go to waste here. Save today and help us heat our facility. Find new roads at Bailey Chevrolet.
It's back to the court for more Grizzly basketball on KDY.
And we come to the West Plains, back to the West Plains Civic Center. We're going to get we've got the starters introduced for State Fair. And it'll be a very familiar group. I mean, when you play somebody 4 times in a season, you get to where you're pretty familiar with them. No numbers are needed by this time of the year. Let's check the starting lineup. First of all, for the Grizzlies, coached by Jared Fay, their starting five will be Kyle Germany from Detroit. He is a freshman. Trey White from Virginia. He is a sophomore guard. Kendon Peebles is going to get the start tonight at a forward. Another Virginian from a Detroit suburb, Southfield. Carlos Paul and Gagi Gavalia will round out the starting five. So Aiden Gare will not start this ball game tonight. For the State Fair Roadrunners, their starting five will be Jules Bicoy. He is a 6'4" sophomore from Fort Washington, Maryland, and he is a pain in the neck. He has killed us all year. Dalton Gaiman is from Nevada. He is a 6'7" sophomore. Devin Ellis is a guy to watch tonight. He is a 6'6" freshman from Chicago. He rose up and had a big game against us in the 10-point loss at Sedalia. Tazir Smith is at a guard position. He is a 6'3" guard from Virginia. And Trey Jones, a 6'3" freshman from Little Rock, Arkansas. Tip is won by State Fair. Gaiman has it in the left corner, drives in, shoots off the board, and good, and that's the way the game starts. And now full court pressure administered by State Fair. They're in the navy blue tonight. The Grizzlies are in the home whites. Grizzlies work against the 2-3 zone. Right side to the left wing. Fake to the corner. Driving in. Germany on a runner. Puts it up and scores. Kyle Germany, we need him to score more tonight. He's pretty reliable, 10 to 12 points a game, but we need him to have a bigger game tonight to make up that difference. Long three from way outside is knocked in by Tazir Smith. That was legit 28 feet right there. 5-2 ball game. Front court right side, Kendon Peebles has the ball deflected away from Gavalia. Another deflection and a steal finally. 3-on-2 break. They'll feed it over to Ellis. Goes up and lays it up. Missed it. Rebound to Gagi Gavalia after the first Grizzly turnover. Back up the floor. Left corner. Back it goes. Trey White, you're wide open, man. Shoot the three. There it is. It's good. And the Grizzlies will call timeout. 18:31 to go, first half. Early going. This game is tied. State Fair 5, MSU West Plains 5. And we're back in a minute on KDY.
At Holiday Inn Express and Suites in West Plains, your comfort and satisfaction is their top priority every day. That's why they're the top-rated Holiday Inn Express and Suite location for customer satisfaction, not just in America, but the world for 4 consecutive years. They feature a pool and an exercise facility, spacious, comfortable lobby and rooms offering comfort and relaxation. Make your reservation by calling 417-257-3000. Stay with the best. Holiday Inn Express and Suites, 1301 Preacher Row Boulevard, West Plains.
Are you ready to take the next step toward an exciting and challenging career? If so, check out the educational opportunities at Missouri State University West Plains. You'll find quality transfer and career programs at an affordable cost, as well as flexible scheduling options. To learn more, call 255-7955 or visit wp.missouristate.edu. Registration is going on now. At Missouri State West Plains, you'll find new beginnings and endless possibilities.
The Grizzlies play here on Hot Country KDY.
Back we go. Missed shot, rebound. Grizzlies now at the offensive end. A shot by Micah Garrett from the left corner. Hits the corner of the backboard, and State Fair comes back with it. Here's McCoy out to the right point, and they'll set their offense now with Trey Jones. Works to the middle, puts it up. No good. Ball is off in the tie-up, but a foul will be called on the shot, and it'll be 2 shots as Carlos Paul will pick up the first foul of the basketball game. And that'll put State Fair on the free throw line. Trey Jones from Little Rock puts the first one up, and it's good. Another attempt to try to make it a 2-point game, and he does. 7-5, 17:46 to go in the first half. Grizzlies down by 2. State Fair probably at this time is playing their best basketball of the season. Pass into the low block. Carlos Paul, pump fake, goes up inside and scores. Carlos has been able to really be effective inside against State Fair when we've played them, but we just don't go into him enough. They don't have an overwhelming size advantage inside. Carlos can do something with that. Over on the right side, here's a pull-up shot for a 2, in and out. Rebound, Gagi Gavalia off the miss by Jones. Up the left sideline, Trey White, Gagi has it. Up fake, dribbles the lane, goes in, puts up a runner off the back iron. It won't fall. Rebound will be fought for, picked up by State Fair. They come back with it with Tazir Smith. On the right side, right corner, Devin Ellis. Boy, he is a good player. Free throw line jumper, Gaiman. It's up for 2 and good. Dalton Gaiman has 4 early against the 2-2-1 full court press. Grizzlies break that easy. 16:40 to go. 9-7 first half. Trey White, he's going to have to look to score more tonight. Micah Garrett to the right corner to Gavalia. Looks inside, can't get it to Carlos. Now Germany pops open, goes up for the shot off the board. No good. Ball is on the deck. Loose ball picked up by Gaiman. And here come the Roadrunners on the run. Free throw line hesitation. McCoy circles back out to the left corner. Gets it to Smith. And they'll reset their offense. Tazir Smith out front, guarded by Kyle Germany. Pass over on the right side. Good job by Gavalia. Cutting off the dribbler, but a blocking foul is going to be called on Gagi. That'll be his first foul. Dallas Clayton will cover the game. Now, you would think, especially with the way that Dallas has been playing recently, you might want to get the ball into him in the paint because he has really upped his offensive game in the last month. Grizzlies to a 2-3 zone. Right side, McCoy. Fall away jump shot for a 2 is nearly an air ball. He forced that one. Here comes Rashad, front court. Weekly. Travel with the basketball. He was going up for the shot, got caught in midair, came down, didn't shoot it, and a walk. Smith in the backcourt, guarded by Kyle Germany, 9-7 State Fair. Smith will pull it up at the right elbow and reset the offense. Devin Ellis on the right wing. Out front, on the left side now. State Fair, not a very deep basketball team at the point. Here's a 3 in the air. That's no good. Rebound to Micah Garrett for the Grizzlies. Up the right side. Kyle Germany on the dribble. Spins to the middle. Takes it all the way in. Puts it up off the back iron. No good. There's Dallas Clayton with the rebound. Kicks it outside. And now to the left point. Trey White with a 3, and it's going to be no good. Off top of the backboard. Dead ball, and it's State Fair ball with 15-10 to go in the first half. Elijah Bernstein, who had played quite a bit this year for this State Fair team, a 6-foot guard freshman from Missouri City, Texas, comes in for them at a guard spot. Right baseline, good job by Rashad Weekly, cutting off Devin Ellis. Ellis looks in, now top of the circle. On the left wing, McCoy, guarded by Micah Garrett. At the left elbow, pull-up shot from 15 is good by Tazir Smith. Smith has 5 of their 11. It's 11-7. Micah Garrett now. Lob pass to the high post. Gets it back now to the left wing. Shad Weekly into the post in the corner. Here's a 3. Good by Trey White. Trey makes a tray, and it's now 11-10. McCoy, cross-court, Bernstein with it. Over the timeline, bounce pass up, nearly stolen, picked up by Smith, puts up a runner off the back iron, no good. Big rebound by Dallas Clayton. Grizzlies come back up the left side with a chance to take the lead. In the left corner, Micah Garrett drives in, works his way in, cross-court pass, tipped out of bounds by McCoy for State Fair, and it'll go back. He'll stay with the Grizzlies. Aiden Garrett's going to check in the game with Kendon Peebles. Kyle Germany and Micah Garrett will go out. So we'll see what. You know, the thing with Aiden isn't so much on offense that his ankle is going to be a problem. It's going to be playing defense, but with the Grizzlies playing the zone, that might help. Left side, catch and shoot for a 3 by Garrett. That's short. Got his own rebound and fumbled it out of bounds, and it'll go back to State Fair. That shot of his was short, came right back to him, and he followed it, and it bounced off his hands and out of bounds. Bernstein in the backcourt. Up the right side, they get it into the front court now with Jabril Ndiaye. He just came in, 6'8" from Mount Dora, Florida. At the point, a three, good by Tazir Smith. 14-10 now. State Fair up by 4. Over on the right side, now at the left point. Grizzlies working against the State Fair. Both teams playing zone here at the outset. Dallas has it slapped away from him, keeps it, kicks it outside. White drives the lane. Cross-court pass in the corner. Here's a three by Peebles. Hit the side of the backboard, and it's going to be picked up by Bernstein. Matt Brown, the head coach of State Fair, up on the sideline, giving some instruction over there. Josh Barlow, a 6'5" guard from Hollister, is in the game for State Fair. Posting up inside. Ellis turns, faces, shoots, way off the mark. Rebounded by Dallas Clayton. Grizzlies come back and cut it to 2 or 1. Rashad has it out front on the right side. Rashad will move it. Now we'll hand it off to Trey White. And now State Fair has gone man-to-man. Kendon Peebles. Move the ball against the man-to-man. Down the lane. Step through. Rashad puts it up and good. Off the wrong foot. He made the shot anyway. Rashad now with his first basket. 14-12. Bernstein up front now as State Fair sets their offense. So they've got a little more size in there with Dallas Clayton in the lineup for the Grizzlies at 7 feet. And Ndiaye stands 6'8". Bernstein on the right side, whistle. And we'll have an illegal screen call out front on Devin Ellis for State Fair, and that's going to be their first foul. Dallas Clayton comes out of the ball game. And the Grizzlies are going to reset their offense here, move people around. Double screen up high to the right side. Trey shot a three, and it's good. Trey White. Feed that boy. Keep throwing it to him. He's made 3 threes. Dalton Gaiman up front. Up fake on the right side. Cross-court pass. Barlow in the left corner. He's a good shooter. Here it's in the air and good. Josh Barlow's first basket. Feed inside. Spinning to the middle. Up and under move. Good by Carlos Paul. Wonderful move. And there's the thing that Carlos has been able to do against State Fair this year. Tie game at 17. We really, even if they're in a zone, we really need to try and pound this thing inside, get the ball to the basket, because they are not a real good defensive team. Right side, Gaiman. Gaiman works it in. Double team now, has to pick up the dribble. Lob pass over. Barlow has it. Got away with a walk. Now forces a three, and it's short. Rebound comes off, and it's going to be picked up by Ndiaye. Grizzlies didn't get a 50-50 ball there. Gaiman is trapped underneath. Left-hand reverse. Good. Gaiman has 6. Baseline, Peebles up and under with the left-hand drive and good. Kendon Peebles, a wonderful move that time. Went to the opposite side, used the rim to block the defender. Timeout's going to be called at 10:23 of the first half. Tie game, 19-19, Grizzlies and State Fair. Back in 30 seconds on KDY.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we have it all for you. Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, where we love what we do.
Hi, this is Mark. Great news. Mahindra has 0% interest for 72 months on the 2638 Hydrostat, 4540, and 4550 four-wheel drive tractors. With spring just around the corner, make sure you have a Mahindra. They are built tough with a heavy-duty frame, more built-in weight, and a higher lift capacity. Now is the time to save big. Stop in today. Hirsch knows tractors.
College basketball action with the Grizzlies continues now on Hot Country KDY.
Game 4 of the season between MSU West Plains and State Fair. The Grizzlies won by 10 at State Fair. State Fair came here and won a relatively close game. And the Grizzlies, well, they won by 10 at State Fair. And the game played here. Grizzlies didn't fare very well in that one and ended up losing. And now it'll be State Fair basketball in the backcourt. McCoy has it to Gaiman. And now Tazir Smith walks it over with 2 seconds to spare. 10:13 to go. We'll get another timeout. Here's a three up blocked and taken by Trey White. Good job by Kendon Peebles closing out that time. Left side, Kyle Gerby puts up a runner with the right hand and goes from the left baseline. Kyle has 4. 21-19, Grizzlies enjoy their first lead. Over on the left side, Tazir Smith, screen left, goes right, goes up and around the defender. Peebles, no good on the drive. He got fouled, though. And Kendon will pick up his first foul. Team foul number 3 on the Grizzlies, and it'll be 2 shots for Taz Smith. Free throw, no good. Tazir Smith again, good. So he gets 1 out of 2. Smith with a hot start tonight. He's averaging 12 points a ball game. Up the right side, left corner, wide open. Kendon Peebles with a 3. Good! Kendon's got 5 in the starting role tonight. And the Grizzlies enjoy a 4-point lead. 24-20. Bad pass in the front court across. And now you got some of the State Fair kids bickering with one another. Man, you didn't move. Turnover number 1, State Fair in the corner. Peebles again for 3. No good. Rebound tipped over. Kendon got it. Up and under. Good. Kendon Peebles, the freshman from Virginia, now has 7. And the Grizzlies enjoy a 6-point lead early on with the score 26-20. And it's a 30-second timeout. Back in 30 seconds on KDY.
The team at Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is focused on your athlete's health. That's why there's a doctor on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to care for the unexpected injuries. Ozarks Healthcare has 4 orthopedic doctors and 2 podiatrists on staff to care for your athletes. The Ozarks Healthcare team sends best wishes to all athletes for safe play and great sportsmanship. For more information about OZH Podiatry as well as the OZH Orthopedics and Spine, please visit www.ozarkshealthcare.com.
Grizzly basketball continues now on Hot Country KDY.
Jim Lambert provides the video stream for you to watch and enjoy. And if you're rooting for the Grizzlies, you're probably enjoying it a little bit more. 26-20. Elijah Bernstein, front court for State Fair. To the right corner, Smith. Bicoy, he's just dying to shoot the basketball. You can just tell by his body language. He's just going nuts. In the right corner, 3 by Bernstein is good. Elijah Bernstein, that is the 4th 3 State Fair's made here early on. Cuts it to a 26-23 lead. High post, Carlos Paul, left elbow. Dribbles over to the right point. We'll hand it off to Gaggi. Cavalia to the right corner to Germany. As they push Carlos away from the basket. To the right corner, give it to him. There he is on the baseline. Up fake, goes in, lob across, touch and shoot is off the back iron, no good. And a rebound by Devin Ellis for State Fair. Micah Garrett to check in for the Grizzlies. Bicoy out front on the left wing. We've played 10 minutes and Bicoy hasn't scored, but Devin Ellis has. He knocks in a 2 from just inside the 3-point line on the left wing. That's his first basket. I believe Ellis and Bickoy combined for 49 points between them in our last game with State Fair. Pass to the middle, ball deflected, loose ball on the deck. Will be picked up by the Grizzlies. Gavalia dishes over. Carlos bangs in there. Up fake, goes up. Got fouled. He'll shoot 2. Well, what turned out to be nearly a turnover turns into a possible 2 points for the Grizzlies here. .724. I don't think they ever took the media timeout under 10 minutes, but whatever. Carlos Paul to free throw line. First foul call on Diade. He is playing in the post, guarding Carlos. First free throw is good. It seems like nights when Carlos gets involved early, he has a really good game. And he's involved early now. He's got 5 points. Right now, the Grizzlies with subs, Rashad Weekley and Trey White in the backcourt, Micah Garrett, Gagi Gavalia, and Carlos up front. Free throw again, good. .28-25. Grizzlies by 3. Biggest lead just a moment ago was 6. Elijah Bernstein on the right side to Ellis, goes baseline, cuts it in all the way, lays it up and in. Devin Ellis starting to heat up a little bit. He has 4, 28-27. Back to the zone for State Fair. Lob pass left corner, Micah Garrett. High post pass, Carlos Paul free throw line. Puts it on the deck, goes in, muscles it up. High off the board, no good. Tipped off the rim, no good. Ball picked up by Gaiman. Gaiman gets the rebound for State Fair. Now they can retake the lead. 6:40 to go in the first half. Grizzlies drop back. Let's see if they're in a straight man-to-man right now. Well, now they switch out front. Down the lane. Here's a drive ball. Blocked out of bounds by Gavalia. Off the shot by Bernstein. It'll stay with State Fair. Nope, they're going to call a foul instead. Second foul on Gagi Gavalia. 14 foul, one. It's going to be 2 shots. First one no good by Bernstein. Elijah Bernstein, who is a freshman guard, a 6-foot guard from Missouri City, Texas. Second try is going to be good. Josh Barlow will check back in for the Roadrunners. Tie game at 28. 6:22 to go in the half. Trey White back to the left point. Set and shoot for Weekley. Good. Rashad, who is a dandy outside shooter. He has 5. The Grizzlies have 5 threes here early on. Ellis in the middle goes up. The little right-hand baby hook is good as he shot it over Dallas Clayton. Ellis with 6. 31-30. MSU West Plains. Left side, Aiden Gare back in the ball game. Aiden has it on the wing, back to the point. Feed it inside, a little shot no good, and Dallas Clayton missed it, missed the putback. Rebounded by State Fair. Dallas had more time than he knew. Left wing, Gaiman with a 3, and it's good. And he fell down. Why isn't that a flop? It wasn't a foul, so why isn't it a flop? Gaiman has 9 points. 33-31. Left side to the corner. Micah Garrett. Bounce pass baseline. Trey White wiggles his way out. Rashad with it. In the corner. Trey's got a 3 look, and it rattles in and out. Bad break. Devin Ellis with a rebound for State Fair. And now they have a 2-point lead with 5 minutes to go in the first half, and they'll take their time. Bernstein, screen to the right. Drives in, gets bumped on the drive, and the ball is going to be loose and picked up by Ellis on the baseline. Goes up. He missed the shot, and the rebound taken down by the Grizzlies. Long up the floor. Weekley catches, shoots, and shot an air ball. Saved by Clayton, but it's going to be out of bounds off the Grizzlies. Kyle Germany, Kendon Peebles, and Carlos Paul all come in. Rashad Weekly, Dallas Clayton, and Kendon Peebles will come out. We could try to play with 6. See how that goes. Taz Smith gets it over the timeline for the Road Runners. 33-31, top of the circle. Taz Smith to the right corner. Ellis with an up fake. Works his way in, gets cut off, double team, back out on the wing. Barlow's got an open 3. He likes it, but he missed it. Rebound to Aiden Gare. At the point, here's Gare with a 3 look. No good. Off the back iron. Rebound by Trey White. Bounce it across. Up another. Oh, and an easy shot right underneath, uncontested by Germany, and he couldn't finish it. Now Ellis in the corner. Pull up. 13 feet. Good from the right side. Ellis has 8. It's back to a 4-point State Fair lead, 35-31. And now another deflection and a steal. Smith will take it all the way in. Lost it all the way in. Got fouled on the way in by Carlos Paul. $15 foul on the Grizzlies. It's in the act of shooting. Taz Smith is 1 for 2 from the free throw line. 35-31. And good on the first try. Gage Pitts will come in for the first time tonight. Halftime score, I think, in all 3 games the Grizzlies have played State Fair have been in the 30s. At the break right now, 36-31 with 3:29 to go in the half. Second try is good. State Fair coming off a 69-62 win over Mineral Area last week. So they're feeling pretty good. And right now, that lead that was 6 for the Grizzlies is 6 for State Fair. Go back to what we were doing, and that is keep looking inside. Over the top, Gare out to Peebles. Drives the lane, has it slapped away. Loose basketball. And that's going to be a foul on Dallas Clayton because he just fell on top of Indiave. And that'll be his first foul. (37-31), and we are in one of those offensive ruts right now. Aiden Gare goes out of the ball game, and Aiden obviously he doesn't quite have it tonight. Here, ball stolen over the timeline. Indiave lost it, and Micah Garrett picked it up. Second turnover on State Fair. High screen goes right, gets it over to Kendon Peebles. Going to shoot a 3 from the wing, no good. And the ball will be pulled down on the weak side, and here they come the other way with Taz Smith. Going to stop the basketball, and Gage Pitts does. Posts up, lob pass across, ball knocked away, stolen, picked back up by Smith. 20 on the shot clock. .225 to go in the half. Down the lane, Smith all the way. Lost it, blocked it. Ball loose, out of bounds. 9 on the shot clock. Dallas Clayton got the block that time. Dallas Clayton, Kendon Peebles, Gage Pitts, Micah Garrett, and Trey White are the 5 out there right now. 37-31, inbound play. Underneath, Bernstein in the right corner. Gaiman, lob over the top, threw it out of bounds. Bicoy, who has not scored yet, he's just got to be losing his mind. When he wakes up in the morning before breakfast, he shoots a basketball. And he has tore us up, but he doesn't have a single point so far tonight. We need to get something done here before he gets heated up. That's for sure. Gage Pitts out front, guarded by Bernstein. Straight man-to-man. Gage dribbles over. At the point, Trey White. High screen, goes that way. Elbow, left elbow jumper, pull up. No good, and the ball comes off to State Fair. Bernstein with it. One and done for the Grizzlies. 1:45 to go in the half. 37-31. Bernstein on the left side to Gaiman. Looks inside, not open. He'll put it on the floor with the right hand. Spins back to his strong hand. The left hand shoots it off the shot clock, and that's a turnover. If your shot hits the shot clock, that is a dead ball. Peebles will come out. Gare will come back in. We've got to get Aiden some situations where he's able to set up and we can get him open so that he can shoot on the perimeter. So far, no luck. Double screen right, Trey White. Bounce pass in, good feed, and Clayton goes up for the shot, got fouled. He'll shoot two. Devin Ellis will be called for his second foul. Down 37-31, Dallas Clayton is going to be the shooter for the Grizzlies. Dallas had 14 points in that game at Three Rivers last weekend. Here's a free throw, good. Dallas has really improved a lot of areas of his game. Next try is no good. Rebound comes off and taken down by State Fair and Trey Jones. 37-32. Grizzlies down by 5. Now the Grizzlies will be straight man-to-man in the corner. Gaiman cut off, and Dallas Clayton a little too slow to get to the baseline to cut him off. Call for a blocking foul. That'll be his second. And that is 17 fouls, and that means free throws. Dalton Gaiman from Nevada. He is 6'7", and is a pretty steady player for State Fair. 1-1, first one good. Gaiman has 10 points. Taz Smith has 11 for them. Next try is good. And with that, Trey Jones will come out of their lineup, and they'll substitute Taz Smith back in. Inbound play in the backcourt. 39-32, 7 points. This is the biggest lead of the night for either team. Right side, Garrett curls over the top, spins to the middle. Fall away jump shot is an air ball and taken down by State Fair. And now Bicoy has it with 42 seconds, about 20 seconds difference on the shot clock, game clock. Taz Smith, left side, Gaiman with an up fake in the corner. Back out it goes to Bicoy. Up fake. Gets a moving screen, shoots from the wing for two. That's partially blocked, taken by the Grizzlies. Gage Pitts. Shot clock is off with 22 seconds to go in the half. Jared Fay calls the set. They're going to go 4 low. Now pop Kendon Peebles up front with a screen down the lane. Trey White fumbles the ball away, stolen by Barlow. Steps through and shoots at the horn. No good. That's the end of the first half. The Grizzlies were stuck on 31 for a while and in the half with it just 32 points. And they trail at the half by 7, 39-32. Grizzly halftime is up next. Alex Pennon's going to be our guest. Grizzly halftime brought to you by Missouri State University, West Plains. New beginnings and endless possibilities. Grizzly interview is now on KDY.
Grizzly halftime on KDY, and our special guest is smiling Alex Pennon in the studio. I don't think I've ever seen you when you weren't smiling.
I try.
Man alive. The guy is, he'll just put the room in a happier mood just by walking through it. So Alex is here. There's a few different things he could talk about, but what is, when you look at your profile there, your profile on the website, what does it say that Alex Pennon does at MSU West Plains?
What does it not say? I think is the question. I do a lot over there.
You've added a lot to it here over the last, especially this year. You are directly involved. Well, I believe, are you a coach of the esports program?
Yeah, so I'm the head coach of the esports program at the moment, yeah.
had some success in the first go-around, right?
We have. So in our very first season, we brought 4 different rosters to the playoffs, and then one of our rosters went all the way to the national championship and then came up second.
This is a video competition that we're talking about here with the esports program. Were you expecting to have the kind of success you had?
You know, I always go in with optimism and hope, but we had no idea. I mean, we're playing against, I think there's close to 200 schools that are part of the NJCAA, and so we didn't really know. But other schools have been at this for a long time, and so the success of our students, I think, is quite remarkable because we're going up against programs that have been around for years, have a lot of funding, have a lot of scouting talent, and we were able to be very competitive our very first season.
You've completely blown up the narrative for so many mothers who tell their kids, there ain't no future, you can't go to college playing video games. I guess you can, can't you?
Yeah, you can, and there's ways to fund your education through it too. So not only do we offer scholarships, but we also offer work-study programs. So we have a student now that manages social media, does shoutcasting or sports analysis while they're playing, and so we have opportunities for students to come and work, gain money, get scholarships, and actually fund their education while they're playing competitively.
One other thing that we've talked to him a lot about this in the past because he's been with the DARS Honors Program at Missouri State West Plains. What is that, by the way?
So the DAR Honors Program is an opportunity for students to really challenge themselves academically and also gain a great starting point to launch into basically whatever career or degree that they want to have. Our honors students who graduate normally face large success after transferring from Missouri State University West Plains.
So you've done that for how long now?
Oh, about 10 years, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your experience with that. Anything that stick out in your mind over these 10 years?
Yeah, I've met, I think, some of the brightest minds that our region creates. I have students who, after the DAR Honors Program, I have a student working in LA that does, he's won big awards, like kind of these Academy Awards for the gaming industry. He does audio and visual work. I have students working in geology, in the health program, had internships with NASA. These students that we produce in the Ozarks, they have the talent to go really far, and the honors program is set up to make sure they have the opportunity to go really far.
I'm interested to know kind of how kids think in that. If you're a dogmatic person that has a firm belief in just straight line this, black and white this, it's going to be pretty hard. I would guess kids learn to think outside themselves and outside the box.
Yeah, so, it's designed to increase critical thinking by seeing the complexities of ideas throughout human history. All of the great ideas, whether they be radical or foundational, have somehow shaped humanity. And so the idea is for students to come in contact with these large ideas, not just embrace them, but be able to interact with them in a more critical way.
Yeah, when you're talking to students that are a part of the program, do you talk about that process, about how to think critically? Because there's a lot you can draw on from thousands of years. Actually, you go back to the Greeks, I guess.
Oh, yes. We usually start off with Socrates. What I describe to them is it's not the conclusions. It's not what we think. It is how we get there. So whenever we're looking at an argument, it's not about the conclusion of the argument, but the structure of the argument. That becomes much more important to our thinking than just arriving at a conclusion that we like or don't like.
So let's go back the other direction. We've got plenty of time to talk about it. When you're talking about putting together an esports team, what have you learned from putting together the first one to the one getting ready to compete now?
Yeah, so how a group interacts with each other is very important. It takes a lot of character and a positive attitude. The thing that we try to avoid is what in the gaming world we call toxicity. So people who get real angry real quick, are quick to blame others for failures. And the esports program, we find our most success whenever we have students that are working together, who are looking to be better together, and that they have an attitude that doesn't seek to blame but seeks to kind of self-construct in their talents as they play.
So that dynamic works in esports like it does so many other things, doesn't it?
Yeah, the truths and the importance and the goals within any other sport is still there within esports. Even in the solo rosters like Mario Kart or Super Smash Brothers, it takes a lot of training of grit and discipline to go far within those competitions.
So, and that brings me to my next question. My experience with stuff kind of like you're doing is my boys play Call of Duty, and I love playing Call of Duty. It was a lot of fun playing the zombies and the bots and all that kind of stuff. What games are there that you guys compete in?
Yeah, so we offer, at the moment, we have rosters for Super Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Warzone, Overwatch 2, Hearthstone, and we have the capabilities of hosting rosters for Rocket League and League of Legends and others. It just depends on who we can recruit.
And who are you competing against?
So, again, we're competing against, in the NJCAA, it is 2-year schools across the nation. So, my students are playing students from Oregon or from the East Coast, down in Texas and Florida. So it is all over the nation that we get to play. And through our Twitch stream, they get national viewership as well. So my students, whenever they play, they could be being watched by scouts all across the nation.
What a great thing this is, because the number of opportunities for students is limited anyway, but to have an opportunity for kids who, I don't know, for whatever reason, are maybe video game fans, you're opening a door for a whole group of people to get involved in college and maybe have a big effect on their future.
Yeah, so we get contacted by 4-year schools that are offering scholarships between $10,000, $20,000 for esports players. And I like to remind parents that the careers inside of esports are not just players, coaches, and shoutcasters. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry with jobs that range from human resources and marketing, law, all sorts of things that this industry hires. And so this gives a pathway for students to earn money as they go to college, but also have a career that is associated with gaming, even if it's not about playing games.
I would guess you have a limited number of spots.
We are in an open growth mode at the moment. So we have been growing over the past 2 semesters. We are growing every single semester, and really we have opportunities to continue growing. Right now we're sitting at around 20 players. I'm hoping that in 5 years we have 50 players.
That's fantastic. When if you're going to give advice to somebody, what would it be? Practice, practice, practice?
Practice is important, and do the boring things in video games. It's not about just going out there and having fun, but really focusing on the detailed mechanics. If you're racing, go race ghost modes of the best racers in the world that's available to you. Go into these practice training modes where you are just doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's not the fun part, but it is the part that focuses on fundamentals that gets you better as you move forward. And don't forget to save your gameplay, because that is what you use to apply to other colleges. They're looking for gameplay that you save on your streams to have evidence that you are a great player.
Again, attention to detail. Again, this sounds like this could apply to a lot of different stuff.
Right.
So, one more time, when does the spring season begin?
So, spring season begins the week of February 13th, and so we'll be playing on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays.
Wow. So, and this goes until when?
So this will go all the way, depending on how far we make it, to May.
All right. Where do your players mainly come from? Are they local?
So far, this is the great thing about our program, is so far they've all been in-house players. We haven't even started recruiting for high school players yet, which they have a great league themselves around Missouri. And so the growth is going to be tremendous. I mean, without even scouting, we already have growth. So
he's smiling again. Alex Pennon here in the studio is one of my favorite guests we have here on Halftime. Alex, congratulations on putting together a really neat program for kids, and good luck this spring.
All right, we appreciate it.
Grizzly Halftime brought to you by Missouri State University West Plains. New beginnings and endless possibilities.
Are you ready to take the next step toward an exciting and challenging career? If so, check out the educational opportunities at Missouri State University West Plains. You'll find quality transfer and career programs at an affordable cost, as well as flexible scheduling options. To learn more, call 255-7955 or visit wp.missouristate.edu. Registration is going on now. At Missouri State West Plains, you'll find new beginnings and endless possibilities.
And now more Grizzly basketball action on Hot Country KDY.
Back here at Civic Center, the Grizzlies trail at the half by 7, 39-32. And with this score in this situation, this will put a premium on getting off to a decent start in the second half, because if we don't, then we're going to find ourselves instead down by 7. Before you know it, you're down 17. Jules Bicoy had 27 points against the Grizzlies in their 10-point win at State Fair. He has not scored in the first half of this game. Devin Ellis had 23 against the Grizzlies at State Fair. He's off to a decent start. He has 8. So between those two, at the half of the first game, they had 20. At the half of this game, they have 8. But they have a 7-point lead. They had a 2-point lead at half in that last game at Sedalia. Aiden Gare playing, but he is limited, to say the very least. And he's played a few minutes, but with that badly sprained ankle, and he really torqued it at Three Rivers late in the game there. And he just doesn't get much lift when he shoots the basketball off that bum foot. But he is suited up, and he's out there giving it what he's got. Scoring at the half, Trey White has 9 for the Grizzlies. Carlos Paul has 6. Kyle Germany has 4. Rashad Weekly has 5. Kendon Peebles has 7. And 1 for Dallas Clayton. Grizzlies have 4 turnovers, 3 out of 4 from the free throw line. State Fair is led by, I believe, Dalton Gaiman has 11. And also Taz Smith. He has 11 points. 4 for Elijah Bernstein. 3 for Josh Barlow. 8 points for Devin Ellis. And that accounts for all the scoring for State Fair. I see Bicoy out here. He is warming up. I've seen him make 1 shot tonight. That was in the warm-up just a moment ago, and he misses another one badly. Watch, he'll come out and he'll start throwing things up over his head and probably making buckets. But as we start the second half, it's 39-32. The Grizzlies got stuck on 31 for a while. They were up by 6, 26-20. Next thing you know, it was tied at 26. And from that point, State Fair outscored the Grizzlies 13-6. And they lead by 7 at the break. Quick 30-second timeout, second half. Coming up, Grizzlies and Roadrunners on KD1.
Are you ready to take the next step toward an exciting and challenging career? If so, check out the educational opportunities at Missouri State University West Plains. You'll find quality transfer and career programs at an affordable cost, as well as flexible scheduling options. To learn more, call 255-7955 or visit wp.missouristate.edu. Registration is going on now. At Missouri State West Plains, you'll find new beginnings and endless possibilities.
It's back to the court for more Grizzly basketball on KDY.
Back to the court on the right wing. Gagi Gavalia with a 3 that's off the mark, rebounded by Bicoy, and State Fair has it. Long pass up the floor, tipped out of bounds by Kendon Peebles. And it'll stay with the Roadrunners with 25 on the shot clock. Just underway in the second half, 39-32. And the Grizzlies haven't made a field goal in a while. Last point we scored was a free throw by Dallas Clayton. Taz Smith up front on the wing. Bicoy beats his man on the dribble, feeds it inside. Gaiman lays it up, and no good, but a foul on the play. A little give-and-go action there. Good cut by Gaiman. State Fair's got some talent. It'll be 2 shots, second foul on Kendon Peebles. Gaiman at the line. Pretty solid player. Free throw here is good. Gaiman has 12. Devin Ellis, Jules Bicoy, Taz Smith, all pretty good players. Next free throw is good. All right, we're down by 9. And we know how we deal with falling in deep holes. Grizzlies have got to get a basket. Kyle Germany, top of the circle, down the lane, steps through, gets tied up, whistle, and we'll have something, a foul. Kelly Hunt calls a foul. That'll be on Jules Bicoy. That's only the 4th foul of the basketball game against State Fair. Grizzlies have 8. Inbound play in the corner. Kendon Peebles off the screen. Kyle Germany curls over the top. Free throw line all the way down. Goes up. Shot off the board. No good. Lost out of bounds by State Fair. Nope. It's going to be off Gagi Gavalia. And we still haven't made a field goal in seems like a coon's age. Taz Smith will bring it up against some full court pressure. Grizzlies have got to figure out something. Some way to kind of turn the tide their way. Taz Smith at the point. Trey Jones now over to Bicoy, bouncing it to the point to Gaiman on the right wing, Devin Ellis. Ellis goes baseline, cut off, pull up, jump shot. And the baseline is good right as the shot clock expires. Big shot by Devin Ellis. Now we're down by 11. Gavalia to the right corner. Trey White in the lane. Pulls up a little floater. Rattles off the rim. No good. Rebound to Gaiman. The more we gun it, the deeper the axle goes here. 43-32. There's Gaiman again. 17-footer. Good. It's like the ease that State Fair scores with is so much different than the Grizzlies, who we just got to work for every single thing we get. And we haven't got anything in a while. 13-point game, 45-32. 3 for Peebles is good. That's the first field goal we've made in a while. 17:43 to go in the second half. 10-point game. State Fair on top, 45-35. And back at 30 seconds on KDY.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we have it all for you. Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, where we love what we do.
Hi, this is Mark. Great news. Mahindra has 0% interest for 72 months on the 2638 Hydrostat, 4540, and 4550 four-wheel drive tractors. With spring just around the corner, make sure you have a Mahindra. They are built tough with a heavy-duty frame, more built-in weight, and a higher lift capacity. Now is the time to save big. Stop in today. Hirsch knows tractors.
The Grizzlies play here on Hot Country KDY.
I was in at Hirsch today and got to see Curtis and the old gang. Sue was there at the front register. Here we go, back to play. It's State Fair basketball. Grizzlies with a half-court trap. Gaiman, left elbow, about 17 feet away, kicks it over to the right corner. Bicoy has it. Back out to the point. On the left wing, Ellis curls over the top. Free throw line jumper is up and good. Boy, he is a good player from Chicago. 6'6" freshman. 12 for Devin Ellis. 47-35. Peebles dribbles in, reach in, foul is going to be called on State Fair. Okay. First foul on Trey Jones for State Fair. The officials again are Robert Frazier, who made that last call, Rob Wolf, and Kelly Hunt. Left corner, here's Rashad for a three. No good. Rebound is tipped up in the air and one and done. Here's Gaiman back the other way for State Fair. They are good enough that they could just shoot us out of this game in the next 4 or 5 minutes if we don't start picking up the pace on offense and start guarding better on defense. Ellis comes off a screen, catches it. A little 12-foot fall away is good. 49-35. 14 points, biggest lead of the ball game for either team. Gavalia, top of the circle. Left side, Trey White. In the corner, Kendon Peebles. Gavalia works his way in, puts up a runner off the back iron. No good. Fight for the rebound. Whistle. And over the back on Gavalia. When we write the story of this basketball season for the Grizzlies, there's going to be a chapter called Offensive Ruts, where we've gone prolonged periods of time without scoring. Unfortunately, that problem has reared its ugly head here tonight. Front court breaking the press. Down the lane, right-hand layup is good. And that was Trey Jones with his first field goal. 51-35. This thing's getting out of hand. It had the possibility of doing. Germany down the lane, forces it off the glass and good. Kyle Germany with his third field goal. 51-37. There's a lot of time left, but you're having trouble getting stops at the defensive end. You're going to have to get several here if you're going to get back in the game. On the right side, Bicoy guarded by Kyle Germany at the point now. Devin Ellis curls over the top, steps through, left-hand layup, good. We have no one that can guard that guy. Too big for the guards, and too good, too quick for the bigger guys. Trey White, front court, left side. Garrett drives the baseline, up and around, shot, no good, tipped out, picked up. Here's State Fair on the run, 2-on-1 break. Ellis has it, right-handed slam. And that was with some style. Ellis has 10 in the half. 55-37, timeout Grizzlies. Down by 18 with 15:07 to go first in the second half. Roadrunners up big, back in 1 minute on KDY.
At Holiday Inn Express and Suites in West Plains, your comfort and satisfaction is their top priority every day. That's why they're the top-rated Holiday Inn Express and Suite location for customer satisfaction, not just in America, but the world for 4 consecutive years. They feature a pool and an exercise facility, spacious, comfortable lobby and rooms offering comfort and relaxation. Make your reservation by calling 417-257-3000. Stay with the best. Holiday Inn Express and Suites, 1301 Preacher Row Boulevard, West Plains.
The team at Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is focused on your athlete's health. That's why there's a doctor on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to care for the unexpected injuries. Ozarks Healthcare has 4 orthopedic doctors and 2 podiatrists on staff to care for your athletes. The Ozarks Healthcare team sends best wishes to all athletes for safe play and great sportsmanship. For more information about OZH Podiatry as well as the OZH Orthopedics and Spine, please visit www.ozarkshealthcare.com.
College basketball action with the Grizzlies continues now on Hot Country KDY.
Back to play Grizzly basketball after the timeout. Grizzlies have been outscored 16-5 here early in the second half, and they're down big by 18. Trey White in the corner. Kyle Germany off the screen to the point. Nate Houston has it at the right point. State Fair playing good defense. They cut off Trey White. Nate Houston has it. Gets in the paint, goes up with a right-hand scoop, too hard. Rebound comes off the backboard as the shot clock goes. 2-on-2 break. Cut through. Smith missed the shot. Gage Pitts with a rebound. The only chance you really have right now if you're the Grizzlies is to move the pace up, try to play fast, and press, and hope you can just get back in the ball game because you're not in the ball game right now. 55-37. Bounce pass inside. Here's Paul. Up and under shot. Got it blocked. Got it back. Kicks it outside. Nate Houston with a 3. That's off the back iron. Won't go. Rebound will be controlled by State Fair. We cannot buy a basket. We've made 2 here in the second half in the first 6 minutes. Taz Smith out front. They'll go to the left point. Trey Jones, left side, Devin Ellis, guarded by Nate Houston. Trying to find someone that can guard this guy. He's a problem, 6'6". Gaiman free throw line, up fake, drives in, a left-hand floater, no good. Rebound to Carlos Paul. Trey White, back out, left point, free ball for Carlos. That's an air ball, barely drew iron, and it goes out of bounds. Kendon Peebles will come back in the game for the Grizzlies. Trey White will get a short rest. Dallas Clayton will come in for Carlos Paul. Inbound to Gaiman up near midcourt. He'll bring it down. Steps through, puts up the shot, good. Got around Dallas Clayton, just took it right at him. 6.5. 17 for the game for Dalton Gaiman. Over the screen, left side. Gage Pitts has got a 3. That's short. Rebound will be tipped over, picked up by Devin Ellis, who quickly, in my mind at least, is emerging as the best player State Fair has. He's had a dud or two against us, but when he has played well, he is so noticeable out there. Right now, Dallas Clayton's trying to guard him, and that ain't going to work. Kicks it to the right corner. Spin to the baseline, inside out, and a foul is going to be called on Dallas Clayton. .12:42 to go in the ball game, 57-37. State Fair with a 20-point lead. Again, the Grizzlies having to do without their leading scorer for the most part in this game. Aiden Gare averaging 16 a game. He hasn't scored, has played very few minutes. And we haven't had anyone step up and fill that gap. Inbound play, lob it out front to Njiave, now in the left corner. Bernstein will hold with 13. Step back shot for a 2 is no good by Jones. Rebound, Peebles came down kind of funny with the basketball now in the front court. Kyle Germany beats his guy on the dribble, goes up, right-hand layup, good. Kyle Germany from the right wing cut across, laid it in with the right hand. He has 8. 57-39. Bernstein out front, gets a moving screen, is cut off, now at the point. Trey Jones. From 17, straight on, no good. Gavalia with a rebound. Grizzlies down 18. Gage Pitts gets fouled, and that was before a shot took place. Elijah Bernstein will be called for the foul for State Fair. So only the third team foul on State Fair. Trey White will come back in for Kendon Peebles. Gage Pitts will throw it to the right corner. Gets it into Gagi Gavalia off a screen. Trey White catches to the right corner. Gagi up fakes, gets into the paint. And a travel violation. He got bumped from behind. First turnover of the second half against the Grizzlies. Gaiman will come in for Ellis. I'm glad to see him go sit down. Ellis has 18 points. 57-39. Josh Barlow on the left wing to the point, around the horn to the right side. Ball tipped away by Nate Houston. Gaiman lets it go out of bounds, stays with State Fair. Winner of this game plays at 4 on Friday against Moberly at Lincoln University in Jefferson City. Barlow on the inbound play, catches, takes it to the middle, puts up a little floater, good. (59-39). Down the lane, Trey White forces one, missed it off the board. Rebound to Bernstein. Kicks it outside. Barlow again with a 3, and it's no good. Rebound long to the corner. It's going to be slapped out of bounds by Gaiman, and he'll stay with the Grizzlies. When you're coaching, you just kind of search and try to find somebody to give your team a spark. Rashad Weekly comes back to the ball game for Gage Pitts. Maybe Shad can do that. Down the lane, Germany lost it on the way, tipped out of bounds by State Fair. And Kyle went down, was back against the mat behind the basket, limping a little bit. Weekly on the inbound play for the Grizzlies. Gets it in to Gavalia in the corner. Will get the ball now to Nate Houston. Goes baseline, up and around. Shot blocked. What a wonderful shot. Blocked that time by Devin Ellis. Left point, Bernstein. Gaiman, 3. Left wing, back iron. Won't go. Rebound, Gavalia. So they finally cooled off a little bit, but maybe too late. 20-point game. Weekly at the point with a 3 straight on. No good. And the rebound will be controlled by Josh Barlow for State Fair. 10:13 to go. A timeout will come when we get another whistle. We've played 10 minutes and made 3 field goals. Gaiman on the left elbow. Underneath whistle. We're going to have a foul call on the Grizzlies for the pass went inside. Holding foul on Nate Houston will be his first. Timeout on the floor. Media timeout. 9:59 to go in the ball game. Grizzlies have slid back to a 20-point hold, trailing 59-39. Back in a minute on KD1.
The team at Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedics and Spine is focused on your athlete's health. That's why there's a doctor on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to care for the unexpected injuries. Ozarks Healthcare has 4 orthopedic doctors and 2 podiatrists on staff to care for your athletes. The Ozarks Healthcare team sends best wishes to all athletes for safe play and great sportsmanship. For more information about OZH Podiatry as well as the OZH Orthopedics and Spine, please visit www.ozarkshealthcare.com.
Are you ready to take the next step toward an exciting and challenging career? If so, check out the educational opportunities at Missouri State University West Plains. You'll find quality transfer and career programs at an affordable cost, as well as flexible scheduling options. To learn more, call 255-7955 or visit wp.missouristate.edu. Registration is going on now. At Missouri State West Plains, you'll find new beginnings and endless possibilities.
Grizzly basketball continues now on Hot Country KDY.
So far in this half, State Fair has made 9 field goals in the first 10 minutes. Grizzlies have made 3. Thus, we're down by 20. Pass inside deflected. No one went for it. Now picked up by Gavalia. And a foul at midcourt on Josh Barlow for State Fair. Stops the clock. 9:54 to go in the ball game. Josh Barlow's first foul. Inbound in the front court. Trey White. Left elbow. Up fake. Goggy has it slapped away. Feeds it inside. Good feed. Layup by Micah Garrett. Good. Cutting in on the baseline. Micah's first bucket. 18-point game. 59-41. Elijah Bernstein. Crossover at midcourt. Gets around Trey White. Bernstein will hold. Shot clock at 15. They're looking at this now as a game of time as much as anything else. Bicoy has it at the point, guarded by Trey White. Off a screen, Barlow with a 3 on the right side, way off the mark. Rebounded by Kyle Germany. Kenan Peebles puts it on deck, spins to the hole, puts up the layup good with the left hand. And he goes down, and he is a hobbler. He may have got kicked in the calf as he went to the basket. Kendon has 12. And Gary Elrod goes to work. May just be a cramp. I say just a cramp. If you ever had a cramp, there's no such thing as just a cramp. It's just a cramp if it happens to someone else. We'll put it like that. Up the left side, Taz Smith now for State Fair with 8:45 to go. 59-43. 16-point lead for the Roadrunners. Cut to the basket. Bicoy with a lay-in, no good, but a late whistle and a foul as Rob Wolf will call Kyle Germany for a foul on the shot. it's really hard to believe that we're behind by 16 points with 8.5 minutes to go, and Jules Bicoy hasn't scored a point for them. But he'll have a chance to make one here, and he missed it. But the problem is Dalton Gaiman has stepped his game up tonight. He has 17. Devin Ellis has 18 points. So they've got a 1-2 punch. We're looking for a 1 punch. Kenan Peebles has 12. But not much else. Here's the next free throw, and no good. He missed them both. Wow. Bicoy still hasn't scored. Baseline, here's Carlos Paul up inside, no good. Rebound is volleyed around, and now Carlos goes crashing to the deck. Ellis lost the ball, kept the dribble. Now feeds it back to the point. Bicoy in and out, no good. Rebound, Trey White. 8:15 to go, down by 16. Lob up ahead, Gage Pitts. Going to have to start launching some threes. Backdoor pass, ball is kicked. And it'll be Grizzly basketball with 21 on the shot clock. Carlos Paul limps off the floor. Dallas Clayton will come in for him. Inbound play in the corner. Travel violation on Gage Pitts in the corner on the catch. Six turnovers on the Grizzlies. Bernstein gets across timeline. No walk called. Grizzly bench wanted one. Jared Fay gives the official an earful for not calling that. Braxton Williams did the same thing. Ellis free throw line stolen. Gage Pitts got a 2-on-1 break. Takes it all the way. Haynes shoots. Missed it. Rebound tipped out. State Fair has it. We just have a hard time finishing. $7:23 to go. 59-43. Gaiman to the corner. Smith bounces one, shoots a three, and it's good. And now a whistle at the offensive end. We'll have a hand check foul. Taz Smith will be called for his first. Team foul 5. Weekly and Houston come back in for Gavalia and Micah Garrett. In the corner, Rashad Weekly gives it. Clayton goes up with a shot, can't get it, and he got fouled, though. He'll shoot two. Dallas Clayton to the free throw line, coming off a career high. 14 points at Three Rivers. Free throw, no good. (62-43). Next one is good. Dallas Clayton will come out. Kenan Peebles back in the game. 6:56 to go. 18-point lead. Over the top, Smith has it to the right side to Bicoy. Backdoor pass, Bernstein wild out of bounds. Turnover on State Fair. Only their 6th of the game. Grizzlies have the same number. Kyle Germany, front court, left corner. Weekly. Whistle, stepped out of bounds. In the far corner. Inbound pass, deflected out of bounds in the backcourt by Gage Pitts. It'll stay with State Fair. 6:30 to go. Inbound play in the backcourt now. Taz Smith guarded by Kyle Germany. Pressure on the basketball up the left side. Front court now. And State Fair will reset their offense. Devin Ellis looking for another bucket to hit the 20-point mark. He gets it on the right side. Guarded by Peebles up front. Gaiman stole it away. Knocked away, but out of bounds off of Rashad Weekly. He'll stay with State Fair. New shot clock. 30 seconds. And so State Fair will play it in the backcourt. I don't know what the holdup here is. Oh, they're going to talk about the shot clock, I'm sure. They may need to put the shot clock down to about 18 or something like that. Because I don't think there was a true change of possession that time. Shad had it bounce off his body. We're going to put 24 up there. Inbound play. Bernstein has it in the backcourt. Cut off by Gage Pitts. Saw Gage's old team the other night win a huge game against undefeated Mansfield. Pass inside. Ellis comes up, goes up, comes down with it. Missed the shot. Underneath. Nate Houston. Bounce up ahead. Gage Pitts. Outside, Kyle Germany's got a wide open three, and it's going to be no good. Rebound. Peebles had it, lost it. Bickford comes away with it. I don't know how many offensive rebounds we've got tonight, but it's a very small number. Right side, Bickhoy for State Fair. 5:20 to go. Down by 18. The Grizzlies trail 62-44. State Fair on offense. They're in no rush at all. Gaiman on the baseline, left block. And 30-second shot clock violation. They didn't even look at the basket. But when you're up by 18, you don't have to really with 5:11 to go. Kyle Germany, front court, top of the circle. Hits, down the lane, goes up. Haynes shoots, got fouled. He'll shoot two. Dalton Gaiman will be called for his first foul. 5:04 to go. Free throw try is good by Gage Pitts. First point for the Thayer freshman. And the next one good. 62-46. Taz Smith has it knocked away from behind by Gage Pitts. Germany has it, takes it all the way. Right hand scoop is good off the turnover. Kyle has 10. It's a 14-point game. 4:48 to go. Matt Brown, the head coach at State Fair, looks at Taz Smith and points up the scoreboard. Do you not see the score and the time? Inbound play, Jones in the backcourt to Taz Smith. 4:45 to go. Cross-court pass to Jones. Trey Jones to the right corner. Devin Ellis gets into the paint, leans in, shot blocked by Goggy. Ellis again, right-hand baby hook won't go. Rebound Gavalia with it. A three would make it an 11-point game. Trey White, left side, left corner. Come on, Gay. Oh, he was going to pull the trigger, then pulled it back. We don't have time. We got to shoot the ball. Germany in the paint, goes up right-hand. Scoop is good. What a move by Kyle Germany. Going one-on-one, gets the basket on a spin to his right. And a holding foul call, so that's going to be a 3-point possibility here. That'll be the second foul on Taz Smith for State Fair. 62-50. 4:12 to go. Dalton Gaiman tells his teammates out there for State Fair, got to settle down. Free throw attempt is good. Peebles in, Nate Houston out. Backcourt, Ellis gets it over the timeline, feeds it up ahead. Bernstein has it. They're not going to shoot that three with 22 on the shot clock. Bernstein up high, top of the circle. Bounce pass over. Gaiman with an up fake. Looks in, nothing open. Gets it down low, posting up. Ellis double teamed inside. Ball back to the corner. Now they'll feed it back to Ellis. Layup is good. Yep. Devin Ellis has 20. 64-51, 3:38 to go. Pull-up shot, Kyle Germany. Back iron won't fall from about the left elbow, and a foul is called in the backcourt. Gage Pitts will be picking up his first foul, as Weekly will come back in for him. At the line, Trey Jones for State Fair. First try is good. He's 3 out of 3 from the line. Grizzlies trail at the half, 39-32. And then we're outscored to start the second half, 16-5. Next try is good. 66-51. Well, we cut it down to 14. Here's Weekly with a 3 left side. Good. Rashad Weekly. Shot has 8. 66-54. Tie up in the backcourt. Is that a jump ball or no? No, we're going to have a foul call in the backcourt. The Grizzlies had the ball tied up with 2 players. And now they're going to call a foul on the Grizzlies here. Hoots of derision meet that call. Rashad Weekly will be called for the foul, his first. And a 1-and-1 at the other end. 66-54. Free throw is good. Elijah Bernstein at the line. He is 2 out of 3 tonight. And good again. 68-54, timeout, 3:13 to go. Grizzlies down by 14, 68-54, back in 30 seconds on KDY.
Are you ready to take the next step toward an exciting and challenging career? If so, check out the educational opportunities at Missouri State University West Plains. You'll find quality transfer and career programs at an affordable cost, as well as flexible scheduling options. To learn more, call 255-7955 or visit wp.missouristate.edu. Registration is going on now. At Missouri State West Plains, you'll find new beginnings and endless possibilities.
And now more Grizzly basketball action on Hot Country KDY.
Well, a timeout is actually a full timeout, but that's all right. As we come back to play. And it will be Grizzly basketball in the backcourt. Trey White brings it up. Down the lane, Weekly will pull up and shoot it off the glass. No good. Tipped up and in by Kendon Peebles. 68-56, 12-point game, 3 minutes to go. Bernstein will lose the basketball in the backcourt, picked up by Bickhoy. And now he'll pick it up near the timeline and get it over across to Elijah Bernstein. 2:40 to go. Bernstein to the corner. Devin Ellis has it. Spins to the middle. Back to the corner. Gaiman's got a three, and it's no good. Rebound, Trey White. In the corner, Gage Pitts. We don't have time. Weekly steps across, shoots a three from the left wing. It's short. Rebound comes along to Picoy. And 2:12 to go. Foul in the backcourt on Rashad Weekly, pressuring the basketball. So Rashad picks up the foul. That stops the clock. With 2:11 to go, and the free throw shooter, Jules Picoy, trying his level best to get a point tonight. Their leading scorer. And the free throw is good. And the next try, good. So State Fair looks like they're on their way to the semifinal round. That'll be Friday, 4 o'clock in Jeff City against Moberly. Gavalia steps through against Gaiman, goes up, got blocked, got fouled. He'll shoot two, stops the clock with 2:01 to go. Gaiman gets his second foul. And free throw try is good. Gagi Gavalia at the free throw line for the Grizzlies. And that is his first point tonight. Next try, good. In the backcourt, inbounded Picoy with 1:59 to go. 70-58. Grizzlies down 12. Picoy in the front court. Keeps the dribble. He popped. Gage Pitts with an elbow right in the face. At the point, Gaiman with 5 on the shot clock. And the ball stolen and a foul. And that'll be the first foul on Trey White. And first try is good. Picoy now has 3. 1:35 left, 71-58. State Fair is going to end up splitting the season series 2 apiece. Next free throw, no good. Gage Pitts up the right side. Trey White kicks it to the corner. Nate Houston in the right corner, outside to Germany. In the paint, Germany goes up with the shot. Drew some contact from Taz Smith and drew the foul. And he'll shoot 2. This is the best, probably defensively, that I've seen State Fair play this year. 1:20 to go. And the first free throw, no good by Kyle Germany. Peebles in, Gavalia out. Next try, no good. Rebounded by Devin Ellis. So 0 for 2 at the line for Kyle Germany. And ball is going to go back to State Fair with 1:16 to go. Inbound play to Gaiman in the backcourt. Cross-court pass to Bernstein. 1:10 left. Front court has Smith. He's already burned his dribble. Let's see if they let him dribble it again. Yep. It should have been a double dribble. Gaiman down the paint, goes up, hangs, shoots, missed it. Got his own board. Out fighting 3 white shirts for it. And he's fouled on the rebound. Kendon Peebles with foul number 3. 4 says the scoreboard, so that's what I say. He got credited with a foul that Rashid Weekly got a little earlier, so that I had him for anyway. Gaiman at the line, 71-58. First one good. They are getting great production from 3 of their starters tonight. Gaiman is one of them. He has 18 points. Trey White checks out probably for the last time as a Grizzly. Next free throw is good. 73-58. In the corner, Gage Pitt steps across, shoots a 3 ball, no good. Back iron, rebound by Taz Smith, 45 seconds to go. Timeout called by State Fair. 39 seconds left. 73-58. Be a full timeout, and we're back in a minute on KDY.
Did you know Bailey Chevrolet GMC in Willow Springs recycles used oil to burn in their furnace? They need more oil, so for the month of February, the first 100 customers can save $10 off on an oil change. Call 469-3111 or online at BaileyChevy.com and get your oil change scheduled right away.
This is John Bailey at Bailey Chevrolet GMC in beautiful downtown Willow Springs. Your used oil doesn't go to waste here. Save today and help us heat our facility. Find new roads at Bailey Chevrolet.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we have it all for you. Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, where we love what we do.
Hi, this is Mark. Great news. Mahindra has 0% interest for 72 months on the 2638 Hydrostat, 4540, and 4550 four-wheel drive tractors. With spring just around the corner, make sure you have a Mahindra. They are built tough with a heavy-duty frame, more built-in weight, and a higher lift capacity. Now is the time to save big. Stop in today. Hirsch knows tractors.
It's back to the court for more Grizzly basketball on KDY.
Season's going to finish 11-19 for the Grizzlies. On offense, Ellis has the ball tipped away underneath. And now out of bounds by Barlow for State Fair at midcourt. 29 seconds left. Gage Pitts crosses over, drives the lane, wraparound pass. Here's Peebles with a two-handed dunk. 73-60. They don't have to shoot the ball. There's no point in fouling. Hook pass to Gaiman out front. Elijah Bernstein holds it out front, and that's the ball game. Final score is 73-60. State Fair with the win. And they'll go on to the semifinal play-in game, or the semifinal game against Moberly on Friday afternoon in Jefferson City. Post-game coming up, we'll talk to head coach Jared Fay in just a moment on KDY.
Did you know Bailey Chevrolet GMC in Willow Springs recycles used oil to burn in their furnace? They need more oil, so for the month of February, the first 100 customers can save $10 off on an oil change. Call 469-3111 or online at BaileyChevy.com and get your oil change scheduled right away.
This is John Bailey at Bailey Chevrolet GMC in beautiful downtown Willow Springs. Your used oil doesn't go to waste here. Save today and help us heat our facility. Find new roads at Bailey Chevrolet.
Are you ready to take the next step toward an exciting and challenging career? If so, check out the educational opportunities at Missouri State University West Plains. You'll find quality transfer and career programs at an affordable cost, as well as flexible scheduling options. To learn more, call 255-7955 or visit wp.missouristate.edu. Registration is going on now. At Missouri State West Plains, you'll find new beginnings and endless possibilities.
The Grizzlies play here on Hot Country KDY.
Back with the head coach of the Grizzlies, Jared Fay. The final is 73-60 in this ballgame. When this game started, if you'd told me that Jules Bicoy, who wears 11 for them, who has killed us all season, would not make a field goal, I would be saying, oh, we're going to win this game by 12, 14 points. But they had other guys step up for them.
Absolutely, and I'd agree with you. We did a pretty good job on him. Not a good enough job on everybody else, but you got to give them a lot of credit. Kind of going back to when they beat us up there a couple weeks ago. They just beat Mineral Area on Saturday. They're playing good basketball. I've said it all season long, even when we were beating them early. They're a good basketball team. They got guys that can, they got good size. They shoot it well. Obviously, very well coached. And, we just had a lot of things going against us on our end, just probably not enough left in the tank to beat them.
I don't think in 14 years of doing games I've ever used the words State Fair played pretty good defense tonight. I know they did play pretty good defense tonight. They made it hard for us to get a shot.
They did. Early on our game plan, obviously, Aiden Garrett tried to play, and, credit to him, but he couldn't walk 2 days ago. So he's out there kind of limping around. And so we really wanted to try to get the ball down low to Carlos. But I thought they did a good job of having good ball pressure, and they had a double there. They did a good job of guarding him, taking that away. And we needed to hit some shots. We just didn't quite have enough shots to go down to really stay in the game.
Well, if I write the epitaph for this basketball season, there's going to be a chapter called Ruts. And the ruts have killed us from the start of the season until the end of the season. We get in these deals where we just go 7-8 minutes and have a terrible time scoring.
Can't score. I think there was 9 minutes left, or maybe we were 9 minutes in, and we'd only scored 5 points in the second half. But again, you take Aiden Garrett out, not only when he's not scoring for us, he's commanding so much attention that Trey has more gaps, and we got more gaps to score, or Carlos can score down low. But you take away his shooting, it takes away from really everybody what they can do offensively. But you're right. Overall, we just had a lot of gaps and times where we just couldn't score the ball well enough this year.
And at first, the game started out, I thought the game started out pretty well for us. In fact, we had a 26-20 lead at one point. Just bang like that, they came back and tied the game and outscored us. I think it was 13-5. And then they start I don't know about you, but when it was 39-32 starting the second half, I'm holding my breath thinking we've got to get off to a good start, but it just turned out to be a continuation of the first half.
Yeah, exactly. And, in that first half, Carlos got his second foul. Some guys were trying, just couldn't hit shots. And, again, we're somewhat limited offensively. We only got a few guys that can really score. We don't have anybody that can just go get their own bucket. But we're on the recruiting trail. We need a couple of those guys next year. But I do want to give a shout out to Trey White. He's always going to battle, even if he plays great, it doesn't play great. It's probably the toughest thing about tonight is just not getting to coach him anymore. He's been an honor and a model citizen for this community.
Great kid. If we could have a team full of Trey Whites, that would be a perfect situation.
Right.
So as you look at the team, what's going to be gone, you never know what's coming back.
Sure.
But how do you want to mold the team going into next year?
Well, I will say, a lot of guys are, we'll find some guys. Trey is going to be hard to replace, like that good of a point guard who is a leader. But, guys like Carlos, Paul, I think he's going to be better. And Kyle Germany, we saw glimpses of some of those guys. You watch freshmen across the country, and they're still they have a whole year, and I think it's getting harder and harder on freshmen. But I do think that they understand what they're up against now. They're going to work hard, and obviously we need some size, some big guys, and we need a little bit of everything. But my assistants, myself, we've been hard at it all year recruiting.
2 freshmen led your scoring. Kendon had 16 tonight. Kyle had 13, and it's a year makes a world of difference when you play as a freshman. That next year, I think we saw that with Trey White here tonight. Last year to this year there's no comparison.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a few guys in the league. Lamont Jackson at Three Rivers sticks out to me. Very good player this year. Last year struggled at times as a freshman. But again, we'll probably look for some transfers, and we'll bring in some more freshmen. I can run myself through the same misery of coaching freshmen again next year. But I am confident that we're going to be better, and we'll have some of the holes that we are missing. We'll have them filled.
You're a heck of a good coach. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
You bet. All right. That's the head coach of the Grizzlies,